If you're trying to break into the tech world right now, you've probably heard the horror stories, right? That it's this impossible, unforgiving landscape. Well, today we're going to cut through all that noise. We'll look at the hard data for sure, but more importantly, we are going to uncover one single truth that could completely change how you think about your job search. So, this is the big question, isn't it? The one that's probably keeping you up at night if you're an aspiring developer. Is it actually impossible to land a great entry-level job right now? I mean, we all see the headlines, but let's try to separate the fear from the actual facts. Okay, first up, a reality check on what the market looks like today. And to really get where we are, we have to look at how we got here. Because, the tech job market has always been a cycle of these huge booms and then corrections. I mean, just look at this timeline. It is total whiplash. We went from that brutal 2008 recession to a pre-COVID boom in 2019. Then came the absolute hiring frenzy of 2021, where job postings just exploded. And now, well, now we're in what some are calling the Great Correction, a really sharp, kind of painful drop from that crazy peak. And this correction, it feels really personal. I mean, since early 2020, we've seen hundreds of thousands of tech workers get laid off. And that's not just some abstract statistic. What that means for you is that for every single junior role you apply for, you are now competing against a massive wave of really experienced, talented people. And this is where it hits new talent the hardest. Look at this. The share of new grads getting hired by big tech has just plummeted to 7%. That is more than a 50% drop from where we were in 2019. The traditional front door into the entire industry, it's gotten much smaller. Oh, and just to make things a little more interesting, there's a brand new player on the field, AI. What we're already seeing is that AI is hitting those entry-level roles pretty hard. Companies are starting to automate the exact kind of junior-level tasks that used to be the very first rung on the career ladder. So let's just summarize this reality check, okay? We've got fewer job postings, a flood of experienced competition, AI starting to automate junior roles, and a major pullback on new grad and internship programs. So, the answer to our first question seems pretty clear, right? Yes, the market is objectively very tough right now. Okay, so that was the bad news. I get it. But this, right here, is where everything changes. Because acknowledging the reality is one thing, but letting it paralyze you, that's something else entirely. It is time for a radical reframe. Yep, you heard me. That's the core message. Because all of those scary headlines, all of that data we just looked at, it just becomes noise the second you decide it's noise. Think about it. You cannot control the economy. You can't stop layoffs. So why are you focusing on it? This slide says it all, really. On one side, you have everything you can't control. The economy, layoff numbers, AI. You have zero, and I mean zero influence over any of it. But then you look at the other side, and you see everything you can control. Your response, your effort, your skills, your mindset. This side, this is where 100% of your energy needs to go. And this is that crucial shift. We have to stop seeing these challenges as just roadblocks and start seeing them as the very things that are going to forge us into something better. A tough market isn't just an obstacle. It's a massive opportunity. Let's actually give this a name. Let's call it the opportunity mindset. It's really just the practice of looking at a tough situation and actively asking yourself, okay, how can I use this to my advantage? How can this whole situation actually make me stronger? Okay, let's make this super practical. So your gut reaction to more competition is probably fear, right? But the opportunity mindset reframes it. More competition just means you now have a reason to become better than you ever would have been otherwise. It forces you to build cooler projects, to study harder, because just kind of coasting, that is not an option anymore. Or take a phrase like a difficult market. That's not a negative. It's a crucible. It's like a forge. The people who make it through these tough times, they develop a kind of resilience and grit that is going to serve them for their entire careers. You literally just learn how to fight for what you want. And this really puts it all into a long-term perspective. I mean, think about the most challenging times in your own life. As painful as they were back then, they probably taught you the most valuable lessons and made you who you are today. Well, this is no different. And hey, let's not forget why this fight is worth it. A career in tech can literally mean earning a doctor's salary without a decade of medical school. It can mean the flexibility to work from home on fascinating projects that are shaping the future. And you know what? The best jobs in the world are supposed to be hard to get. That's part of what makes them the best jobs. Okay, The mindset is officially reframed. So now what? Let's get to work. Let's turn this whole philosophy into a concrete plan of action that you can start on, like, today. Look, the formula for success doesn't actually change with the market. Its importance just gets amplified. Number one, study harder than everyone else. Go deeper. Two, build projects that are so cool they're impossible to ignore. Three, network like your life depends on it to create your own luck. Four, prepare for interviews so intensely that you're ready for literally anything. And five, just keep pushing. Persist until you break through. And here is the final dose of reality, but this time it's a positive one. Hard does not mean impossible. Right now, as we speak, in this market, new grads are getting job offers. People from totally non-traditional backgrounds are breaking in. Success is absolutely still happening for the people who focus on what they can control and put in the work. So I'm going to leave you with this question. History shows us these cycles are totally inevitable. The next hiring boom, it's coming. The only question is, when it finally arrives, will you have spent this time complaining about the market, or will you have spent it building the skills and the resilience to be at the very front of the line? The choice is yours.